guys, welcome to the latest episode of Trains and Journeys, and welcome to episode number 23, where today we are on Just Trains' Newcastle to Edinburgh route, where, would you believe, we're driving from Newcastle to Edinburgh. So, I am in today a lovely Class 91, well 225 set if you like. A few other trains here as well, as you can see. It's a bit laggy, I do apologise, just loading up. But we've got the 91 here, we've got a HST there, just going to London King's Cross. And as we go alongside over here, we've also got a 156, which is for Carlisle. And then also a Voyager, right at the end over here, heading for Reading. Right here. But for now, we're going to focus on the Class 91. So, let me introduce today's guest for the video, and it is Mr. Tornado 922. Hello there, Jared.
Hello, hello. How are we doing?
Doing well. I hope you're well as well.
Oh, we're ticking along rather nicely. Can't
Good.
complain. I'd like to, but I can't.
Right. So, I'm going to set up the cab for this train, and I'm going to hand over to Jared. Just a second, hang on, let me just get the cab instruction. There we go. I'm going to hand over to Jared even, to introduce, well, to explain what service and etc. Give you all that information we're driving today. So over to you there, Jared.
You really had fun with that one, didn't you?
I did.
Well, as was previously mentioned, we've got a LNER Class 91 in its usual grace and charm. We'll be leading the service from Newcastle Central to Edinburgh Waverley on the East Coast Main Line, traversing on my favourite part of the East Coast Main Line, really as you get towards Berwick-upon-Tweed, just because of the scenic nature of it all really. Once you pass over the border bridge, and then you've got the run up from Berwick to Edinburgh, which is it's just gorgeous for want of a better word. But this particular run will see us departing Newcastle, and then we'll be heading to Morpeth, then Alnmouth, then Berwick-upon-Tweed, then Dunbar, and finally Edinburgh Waverley. And all being well, we're scheduled to arrive into Edinburgh at 7 minutes past 8.
Indeed. Sorry, you just had a massive squealing from the 91 there.
As you do. It's just letting you know that it's happy to be in service.
Oh, it's roaring away nicely. Let's just get everything else set up. So yeah, this journey will be about an hour and... hang on 1 second. There we go. Yeah, this journey will be about an hour and a half, hour and 3/4, something like that. I think it's about an hour and 3/4. Let's have a look here. I think we've got the headlights on.
Well, you would know.
Indeed I would.
You would be the man in the know. Get the headlights on or off.
Right, so the headlights should be on. Going to get the cab lights on as well, actually. Just going to look at keyboard. I'm going to use the keyboard for this one as well, guys, so you know, wish me luck.
We're all there with fingers crossed.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll go fine. Probably will be easier than using the... I'm going to use the keyboard for this one as well, guys, so you know. Yeah, Jared's echoing there. But yeah, no, I think it'll be easier than using the initial one.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll go fine. Probably will be easier. Ah, cab lights. Hello there. That's what I needed.
Quick little sussing and you're well away.
Indeed.
Oh dear.
Aha, that's what I want. Yes, that's the ticket. Lovely headlights.
Now, are these headlights that flicker in a certain position when the camera stares at them?
Indeed. Right, doors have just opened. So now we will be boarding our passengers.
Are these headlights that flicker
We're kidding about the realism.
when the camera stares at them?
Indeed. Right, doors have just opened. So now you had a realism there, just there, Jared. We're kidding about the realism.
No, the traditional squeaking there. For those of you who are watching this who are wondering why there are such lengthy delays at times, it's there's a delay in the video that I'm currently watching. So what you're seeing is happening in real time, and then I'm experiencing a 15-20 second delay to this. So if I happen to say things that have already passed or happened, then that basically explains it.
Indeed. Oh, the 156 has just departed as well. That's that flange noise.
So I can hear flange.
Yeah, it was the
The
15.
unmistakable sound of squeakiness.
Yeah, it was the 156 just departed for Carlisle. Oh, whereabouts is it? Oh, there it goes. Bye bye. Yeah, it was the 156. Yeah, it was the 156 just departed for Carlisle. Whereabouts is it? Oh, there it goes. Bye bye. Right, I think we're all good. Oh, there it goes. Alright, we're all ready. Let's go. Alright, we're all ready. Let's go. For some reason the 91 isn't roaring as much, but there you go. But we are on the move. And I didn't use the keyboard, oops. Right, but we're on the move.
Well, we're not going to hold it against you. I mean, to be fair, you're kind of running on autopilot, really. You've been using a mouse for every episode you've done so far, so it stands to reason that you would instinctively go for it again. I mean, to be fair, I would.
Yeah, exactly.
Bing. Open taps to mind-boggling speed. Where are we? It's 14 miles an hour through the city centre of Newcastle.
Indeed.
Just do you. There we go.
Couldn't resist a bit below the horn on that. Could not resist.
Well, I can't really put it past you. I mean, this is the sort of thing that needs to be done.
There's the interior for you, if you wanted to see. Bit of a closer look for it.
Ah, right. Yes, I see. I can't remember the announcements that LNER do for their catering services. If this were Virgin Trains, I could pretty much do an accurate rendition, but seeing as it's LNER,
Yeah.
I shall avoid doing it.
Fair enough.
I have to say the in-cab detailing is very, very good.
I agree, it is very, very good.
Now, oddly enough, whenever I pass this depot, when I head up to Edinburgh, there's hardly anything ever in it.
Really?
It's usually quite empty at the best of times.
Fair enough. Just to clarify, I don't think we pass anything in between here and Morpeth. It's quite a quiet morning near Newcastle.
Oh, that's just not the end of the world.
Indeed.
We could just take in the overall scenery of it.
This is expected to come, indeed.
I do love this. We're rounding this corner. We've got a little bit of a shimmy going on in the cab.
Indeed, yes. Just going to slow down a bit, go back into neutral for a bit because we're making good time at the moment.
Well, no, we're still running late. Oh no, we are still running late.
Only by a few seconds.
If this were the Japanese railway system, a few seconds is far too late. Will then send the guards down the entire length of the carriage and individually apologise to each passenger. And if the train is a minute late, they then hand a note to the passengers, who they then pass on to their boss, which explains why they're late getting into the job.
No, agreed, fair enough.
You wouldn't get that in here. I don't think they're worried about wipers. I don't think it's warranted.
Yes, yeah, I know, it's not raining, is it?
Blue
So
sky up there.
there you go, we're 3 seconds late now.
Oh, we're closing in. We could get this bang on the money.
Indeed, we could just do that. Just going to very quickly press the pause button, remind myself the accelerator button, which is, I think it varies on the train that you drive. Yeah, I'll work it out. Let's carry on.
Professionalism.
Hang on a second.
that's the reverser.
Yes, I know. I wasn't trying to work out the accelerator. I was just trying to set up the cab because I didn't realise. But it doesn't matter now. It's all done.
Oh, what
It's already been set up. It was already set up anyway, but.
And you completely ignored the whistle board there to warn the people going for their walk over the boarded crossing of your
Well, there's barriers on it anyway.
You're still supposed to follow proper protocol.
Oh, indeed.
Nice. Your response to everything, yeah, indeed, it's fine.
Indeed, yes, indeed.
Yes. Au contraire.
Passing another station now. Well, alongside it. Oh no, through it. Cramlington.
Oh God, this is You're supposed to have your eyes on the line, you're just like, nope.
No, just going to look down. Absolutely. Little helicopter view of the train going along there. For some reason the 91 noise hasn't really kicked in.
What I do though is that we've got some sort of solar eclipse going on.
I know. Wondering what's going on with the sky. Whistle about time.
When we were sat in Newcastle, I didn't want to say anything, but the what I keep looking at it, I'm thinking, are we in some sort of like doomsday book or something? Is this one of the harbingers of the apocalypse?
Imagine that.
Yeah, you can just think, welcome aboard the 0622 LNER service Edinburgh Waverley. Upon this will be one of the 4 horsemen.
Oh my god. Right, we're 3 miles away from Morpeth now, our first station stop. Or if you're Jared and looking at it on his screen, you're about 8 miles away.
No. As you're saying this, I'm 3.18. 13,
Okay.
12, 10, 9, 7, 6, 5, 4, 2, 0. There's still a delay there. Level crossing.
Yeah.
Beater.
Lots of level crossings along here.
I do love the Doppler effects as he goes past him. That's definitely. I say the sound effects in this game are very, very good. There's another one. Beedoo. Interesting how we go over the level crossing and the train appears to lift as it goes over. Well, the cab. Anyhow.
Right.
We're in the blunt end. What are we doing in the blunt end? Oh, that. Oh dear, he's having a moment here.
Indeed I am.
It's like you're gonna put the throttle up? No, 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 no. I'm not throttle regulator. I just don't want to play ball. Like, what? Are you okay in here?
Yeah, I'm applying the brakes now.
You appear to be applying the brakes, and you're having a moment with the reverser.
It's the cab, yeah, it's getting on my nerves.
Yeah, it seems to be that the throttle doesn't want to really play ball. The train brake seems to be having moments where it doesn't really want to be all that responsive.
And I think I've just overshot the platform big time. Oh, it's not too
Well,
bad.
considering I'm saying, oh my god, you're coming into this at 55 miles an hour. You are not going to stop this in time. You're coming halfway along. He's at 44. The people watching this know what's happened. I don't. This is all news to me. Oh dear. Right, so how many carriages are you going to overshoot? At least 2, 3. Is there going to be the 4th that overshoots? Yes, he's done the 4th. He's going to get halfway on the 5th. And we're going to go for... He's done the 5th. He's basically got first class are going to be able to get off. Those in standard, not a chance. Yeah, you've got to back that one up, Mum.
I know, absolutely, absolutely.
Now, you see, proper protocol would require you to phone the signaller and ask for permission, but in this scenario, we're saying, stuff the signaller, we're going to bang this puppy into reverse and give her what for, send her back, and away we go.
I know what I did. I was messing with the brakes too much.
I don't think it actually helped when you decided to have a little foray with the blunt end of the 91.
Well, let's call it a bit of fun, shall we? Good news is the 91 is actually behaving. Oh my god! Now the Edinburgh King's Cross, Berwick King's Cross is also coming in, alongside on the other platform. Oh, this is hilarious.
The driver, if that, is probably thinking, what's going on here then?
Right, we're in now. Good news is we're in.
I'm just interested to see what's on this particular 225 set. Oh, the 91's coming into London with the... Oh, it's the Battle of Britain Memorial fight. Ooh, very nice.
Indeed. Well,
so
we're in Morpeth.
We're running the 91 into London. Interesting.
Funnily enough, we're still on time, leaving Morpeth.
How could you possibly have been on time after that? That's impressive. Oh, it's 6:37. Oh, right, 6:37. Well, okay, I shall be a monkey's uncle, as they say in the Borderline.
Well, this is Morpeth anyway, everyone.
And how scenic it is.
It's a lovely station.
Passed through it plenty of times on my way up into Scotland, but I've never actually stopped it.
Uh-oh. Jared's going to hear sound effects.
Am I?
Yes.
Ooh. Hey! Weird squeaky sounds from the Mark IVs. What? Why am I hearing sirens going off? Okay, beeping sounds from the doors, that's fine. Why was I hearing sirens going off?
I don't know. It's all part of the weird Just Train sound effects, is that?
I'd love to know where they recorded the sounds for the 91. I mean, were they recording this in a high crime area or something?
Well, the good news is I've just checked my scheduler, and we have departed Morpeth on time.
Well, I put that down to the totally bizarre eclipse that is taking place. It's somehow helping you on your lofty quest.
Well, the 91 suddenly perked up and started making noise now.
May I have your attention?
Oh yeah, the 91's making a hell of a noise now.
Well, I've just seen your DVT go past the camera, so I'm a fair distance away from listening to the sound of joy. Oh, I've got a station announcement going on. No, you may not have my attention, please, on platform whatever.
So that train we just passed alongside was Berwick-upon-Tweed to London King's Cross.
It's a bizarre wording.
It was our service. Yeah, I think it's a newer one.
I didn't even know that was a legitimate service that actually ran, to be fair.
Well, the next train we pass alongside is the notorious Flying Scotsman service, which is Edinburgh, Newcastle, London.
I have to travel on that one there.
Yeah, looks really good.
Problem is, in order to do it, I'd have to either pick the train up at Newcastle or pick from London, but traditionally I travel to Peterborough and pick up a service from Peterborough up into Scotland.
I think we just passed Chathill station. Let me just double check on that one. That was Chathill.
Small station, very picturesque.
No, ignore me, it was Pegswood. Pegswood, Widdrington, Acklington and Alnmouth, and then Chathill. Those are little stations you pass alongside.
I'm just trying to see how the stations in this compare to the real life ones, just how close they're making.
Indeed. I can imagine fairly well.
Well, in all the ones I've seen so far, they've captured them superbly. They've got the architecture down perfectly fine, along with just the standard station layout.
Well, the good news is we're
Crossing there, make sure the high clearance is good for the wires crossing there, otherwise it'll be a wee bit of a problem.
yes, indeed. Well, the good news is we're running to time again. Hopefully, no more emergency stops.
Yes, and don't go fiddling around with cabs again, otherwise we could be in a little bit of bother.
Like we were at Morpeth, yeah.
Yeah, like we were at Morpeth. I mean, what you don't want to do is have that scenario for Waverley.
No. Or any of the other stations for that matter, especially Dunbar.
Yeah, that could be exceptionally problematic.
Another level crossing. Now the Flying Scotsman, I must warn you, is actually in reverse formation. I put one in reverse formation. I think it was that one.
What, so you've got the 91 heading towards London?
Yeah.
Well, that's what you just had with the previous set going from Berwick-upon-Tweed to...
Oh, it was, sorry, then it was that one then. That was the reverse formation one. I wasn't too sure if it was that one or the one... Yeah, it was, now I think about it. Yeah, it was. So the next one will be the correct facing one.
I shall keep my eyes out.
Indeed, whenever it appears. speaking of the devil, here it comes.
Well, I shall keep eyes on the screen until I see it myself. Oh, here she is. Away she goes.
That's non-stop to Newcastle, that one.
I must admit, the sound effect as that passed, very, very good.
Yeah. We'll just wait, Jared, because may or may not have a couple of HSTs in this.
Don't tease me like that.
And I don't just mean LNER ones as well, because actually there's a cross-country HST in here, because one of the Edinburgh Plymouths is actually a cross-country HST in this time of morning.
Oh, stop it. We're running quite early from the looks of things with
Indeed.
0.8 miles to go on my screen. It's probably, I don't know, 8.2 for you at the moment.
Yeah, you bang on there. Yeah, you're right. 8.20 it was. 8.2.
It's in. Now, I can claim that was down to my sheer brilliance and just general knowledge.
Very
However,
good.
It was a complete fluke.
Fair enough. It was a punt, if you like, a stab in the dark.
It was a monumental stab in the dark, and I managed to hit the target.
Very, very good. Just a nice sort of countryside stretch of track now, going along to Alnmouth.
It is ever so nice just to see it. You've got the hay bales in the fields, you've got the trees lining the tracks, and you've got some areas of just open fields, more probably wooded areas. It's just very, very well put together. It is a very scenic route to look at.
Just past Widrington. Now that I know you can drive to Chattel on this, I'm going to drive it. It's an excuse, and I know Jared's going to be very angry at me, but it is an excuse.
Well, really.
It's an excuse to drive a Northern Pacer to Chattel from Newcastle.
I'm not angry. I'm disappointed.
Disappointed.
I'm disappointed. It's even worse.
Got an 85 mph stretch coming up. Only a little bit though.
Yeah, I see it there. 85 in 0.8 of the mile, and then you've got 110 stretch after that. I feel the emergency brake was a tad unneeded there.
Indeed. Need to learn to use the keyboard. This is going to be a tricky skill to remember.
Look at that, he got down to 85.0, bang on the money.
Indeed. We're going to have a bit of time waiting at Alnmouth, I can tell.
Yeah, I mean, the way you're going, you're certainly doing well on the odd time front here.
Definitely. We're only a few miles out now. At least the 91's actually switched on now.
Yeah. It only took a bit of a moment for it to really come into life.
The reason I was fiddling about with the cab was because I thought that was how the 91 would switch on. Turns out it did an emergency stop and just switched on anyway.
It's obviously just having a moment. It's this time of the month.
Exactly, that's what I think.
Cue the flurry of comments coming my direction. And for those of you who are watching this, in fact, it would have already have happened by now, but in the live chat, I've probably got to the stage where I've actually worked out what I did wrong last time, and I'm actually keeping tabs of everything that's going on, because the last time I took part in this, I said in the old live chat, I said, "Hello everyone," at the real top of the show, and it only dawned on me that it wasn't actually working really up until the very end when I refreshed it and it all started working perfectly fine. So hopefully at this stage of proceedings we're doing slightly better.
Right. Yes, let's hope so, Jared. Fingers crossed. We're rooting for you.
I can feel the support.
And we're now approaching Alnmouth. See him slowing down now.
No, I'm not going to say a word. I'm just going to sit back and enjoy the show.
You think something wrong's going to happen again, don't you?
No, I never said a word. All I said was I'm just going to sit back and I'm just going to watch. I'm just willing the train to come to a graceful stop without the passengers in first class wearing their suit. Okay, he's got point one of a. Ooh, okay, this is gonna get. This could be. Where are we? We're about 32 miles an hour coming in. I'll tell you what, he's got this in the bag.
Told you I would. Nailed it.
See, I haven't seen this yet. You're still at 21 miles an hour on me, so I'm reserving judgment until on my end anyway, you come to a complete stop.
And the doors won't open.
With the brakes? Yes. No, he's on. Ooh.
Have to move up a slight bit.
Ooh, what's that? Okay. Well done. I top my hat to you, sir. Yes, and the doors won't open.
Now they will. Just got them open now.
Again, something that traditionally wouldn't actually happen.
What's that? Well, you just stop somewhere and the doors won't open.
Yeah, so then you just give the train a bit of a gentle nudge forward, and then he goes, right, now I'll play ball.
Yeah, exactly. Well, this is Alnmouth. This is where the bigger stretch happens now, because you've got about half an hour journey now to Berwick-upon-Tweed.
And that's where the scenery starts getting quite nice.
Indeed. Hot drink?
Right.
Hot sandwich, anyone? Bottle of Coke?
And the prices are fair. Those in first class, complimentary meals are available. Those of you in standard class, you have a buffet counter service of hot and cold refreshments is available on the train.
I can't believe you just called railway prices fair. Incoming HST.
Well, I'm not getting shots for HST, I was getting superb shots of ghosting through a Mark IV. And still ghosting, oh no, partial ghosting, very close. Ah, I'm ghosted. There we are. Jolly good.
It's calling it Alnmouth as well, this one.
Ah, excellent. Ah, with a celebrity buffet car.
Indeed. I wonder which one it is. Let's have a look. It is the Hull one.
Yes, never dull in Hull.
Yes, that's the one that's on here. Right, we're now ready.
It wasn't too long on the way. Wow, we're really sort of full to capacity on this service, aren't we?
Yes, absolutely.
So far, standard class appears to be completely empty. We've got anyone in first class? Can't see. No one. And no one. Wow. This train is really earning its money. This isn't running at a loss.
I just want to clarify that we have an excuse for why it's quiet. This was set during the pandemic and HSTs were still with LNER. How about that for an excuse?
Okay, so we're merging a lot of timelines here then. Is that how we're planning this?
Yeah, we are. We're going to check to see what train passes us next, because that was another Edinburgh King's Cross that just passed us. Should we get it up? It'll be, Edinburgh Plymouth. It'll be the cross-country HSC.
Oh, we're spoiled.
Hang on, no it won't. No, yes it will.
Oh, you're keeping us guessing here.
I know. No, Edinburgh Plymouth left Berwick 7 minutes ago in this game. 6:57, left at 6:50. So just to clarify, the remaining stops on this service will be Berwick-upon-Tweed, Dunbar, and then finally Edinburgh, Waverley. Sorry, Jared won't let me get away with it, and I said add the Waverley bit onto it.
It's no good just saying Edinburgh. That is unacceptable.
Okay, so let's say we talk about Edinburgh Gateway then. Do I have to say, can I say Gateway? Or do I have to say Edinburgh Gateway?
I think for that one we can just go Air Gateway. I think we'll be safe on that one.
Most people call Edinburgh Waverley, just call it Waverley anyway. The locals know it as Waverley.
I think a lot of people just call it Waverley because they know it as, well, they just know it as that.
Yeah.
The thing is, it's like loads of stations that
I'd say Bedford's another one. It's Bedford.
Loads of people just call it something else, just give it an abbreviated title.
Indeed. There's another one which is Bedford. A lot of people call it Bedford Midland.
I'll just call it Bedford.
Yeah, it's always been known as Bedford, but it used to be called Bedford Midland. You got Nuneaton. The locals know it as the Trent Valley Station, because it used to be called Nuneaton Trent Valley.
Actually, a lot of the Trent Valley stations used to be whatever they were, with Trent Valley in them, and then there were trains.
Yeah.
Probably, I think every station is probably changed its name at some stage or another.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I agree.
I don't actually think any station in the UK can lay claim to still having its original name.
No, yeah, you got a point there.
Because even ones that have, well, I don't know, let's go with Wigan or Preston or something like that. I mean, whilst they may have been called Preston originally or Wigan originally, they would have had name changes to something else and then reverted back again. So
Yeah.
they've still gone through a period of change, no matter which way you do it. I mean, it's like Northampton. Northampton used to be Northampton Castle because the station was situated on the site of a former castle, which is why the Advocates' Yard at Northampton is called Northampton Castle.
You're in a whole speeding at that bit. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you there. We're going along 110 stretch. Just slowed down now. But yes, no, I've noticed that. But a lot of it's reverted back to what it was originally called now. Because you'll find what it was originally called now is what it was called in the beginning. You are right there. Am I?
Yeah, I probably didn't explain it in the best way, but the fundamentals are still the same.
Yeah, no, that's true. I just see something weird. I just saw a car on the wrong side of the level crossing.
Huh. Well, you do get people to try and jump the level crossings every now and again, so they're keeping the form of realism in this, so I'll give them props for that.
Absolutely. I'll give them their due, that's for sure.
You've been there. They're going to go above and beyond. Right, I'm going to be momentarily away for 30 seconds as I go and grab a lead to charge the old mobile device so I can continue being a part of this adventure into the north.
Yes, very well.
I shall be right back, as they say in the Sudan.
BRB. So, just trying to work out what that station was that we just passed alongside at the tiny little, or HST. Cross country HST there to Plymouth. Jared, I guess he missed that.
Right, I've just come back and I've just seen the tail end of HST, so I'll count that as a win.
Yeah, it was cross country one, Edinburgh Plymouth.
viewing. There we go. Right, so let's get the best of things and
I think the little station we passed on the side there, guys, that we missed. I don't think that was a station of significance. I think it was a pass station.
See, you did the horn for the whistle sign, well done.
Yes, indeed. Yes, I've been noticing them a lot. Oh yes, the next video I'm doing, by the way, episode 24 of Trains and Journeys, you'll also like, Jared, but quite an interesting one is Bristol Temple Meads to London Paddington, HST.
That'll be a nice little thing to do.
Indeed, yeah. I'm going to do, considering doing a, yeah, no, I'm going to do one that stops at Didcot, and then do another one where it doesn't stop at Didcot.
Right, okay.
And do a faster one, yeah, Reading non-stop to Swindon. But for now, I'll just do Didcot.
So that'll be with the, would that be when GWL were having their green sets, or we go
Might be with an 800, who knows?
Ooh, well, I know he's going up in the balls.
Maybe, not too sure.
We've got 14 miles to go.
Yeah, about 12 or so miles on this bit.
Still 116 so far.
What's that?
I was just saying, you're doing a nice steady 116 miles an hour, and then just as I say that on the stream, you up the throttle to 100%.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, I didn't realise I was. I usually try to get up to 100% so we can make up a bit of time and make sure that if we do end up slowing down, we've got enough time to make up.
Well, I know you'll have a speed restriction as you approach the bridge.
Oh yeah, yeah. Things begin to get quite nice over here.
Well, so I'm just keeping my eye out as we go past it. Another gorgeous little house. Loads of these little station side, line side houses.
Would you like to live in one? I would.
I wouldn't say no. I mean, there's the one that I like is the one at where is it? The outskirts of Peterborough.
All right.
What's the name of that place? Narholm. That's the kiddie.
Okay.
Yeah, it's, every time we go filming there, you've got the footbridge. It was a former level crossing. Now there's just the footbridge that's there.
Not bad. That's pretty cool.
And the chap that lives there, I'm sure he owns chickens.
Chickens.
There's a fun fact. I think there's chickens in the house. Well, there's several other houses around the area. It's like a small little hamlet.
Does he have a business? Do you want, I wonder?
I don't actually know if it's a business or if it's just a private sort of hen farm. He has it just has the eggs for himself.
Because Jared, if he does have a business, he might make a quick buck.
No, at this point, I'm just staring menacingly into the chat. I'm flooding the chat with disapproving looks.
I'm sorry, I had to. I just couldn't resist.
I get the need for having the door wide open and the goalposts being there. But there are some scenarios where you just think, I won't go down that particular route. But you did. You took it with both hands and you gave it a right old bootful.
Not wrong. Don't want to turn the wipers on.
Actually waited to see this.
Now the wipers won't turn off. Oh my god, go away.
It's still been turned on from where I'm sitting.
There we go, it stopped. Couldn't do it by pressing V, so I had to turn it on the switch in the cam.
Nope, right, there we go, then up. Now they're good. We're just wiping off any excess bugs that may have flown onto the windows.
Yes, exactly. Okay, we're only about 4 miles away from Berwick-upon-Tweed now. And not
Just
only
keep an eye out
that...
to see the ocean.
Indeed. And not only that, we should be passing another service in a minute.
The sad thing is, I actually forgot the word for windscreen, so I really had to think about the word for windows.
You had to think about it.
I did.
Fair enough. Well, good thinking. Here comes the train. Another HST. It's an LNER one this time, from Stirling to London King's Cross.
The far south have left at the crack of dawn.
26 minutes past 5 I looked.
I'm still in bed.
Oh, absolutely. You're probably still in bed by all the times that... Hang on, that doesn't make any sense because you go out early as well, actually, don't you? So...
Yeah, but I've not been out that early for a fair old while. I mean, the last time I got up that early for getting to a journey somewhere was when I went to Edinburgh. Remember the last time I got up that early?
Didn't something happen on the way to Edinburgh, or was it on the way back?
No, it was on the way there. There was a Caledonian sleeper coming south that had broken down just outside Carstairs. And as a result, our service to Glasgow had to turn into the Preston. We then had to wait for a connecting service that was starting at Birmingham International, that was worked by a pair of 221 super voyagers that would then take us up to Glasgow once the Caledonian sleeper had been retrieved by another Class 92, and then would take the service down to London, running a ridiculous amount of time late.
Good old Caledonian sleeper, eh?
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. The Mark Vs are functioning perfectly fine. It's the 92s that are failing.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
Yeah, I don't know why the 92s are proving so problematic.
Well, on another note, we're now approaching Berwick-upon-Tweed. You've not filmed there, have you, Jared? Berwick?
No, I've not found it, Brad, but I will do at some stage.
It's a very good station.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure it is. I'm sure it's
We're
absolutely
going over
fantastic.
this lovely bridge now. I love this bit.
When the tide is out, it's fantastic. Because you get all the boats that are, well, they're basically all beached in the harbour. They've done this very, very well. I'm just going over the bridge now in this. It's very, very well put together. Good lord, there are actually people waiting.
Indeed. For some
We're
reason.
finally going to be earning some money on this service.
How many doors have opened? Oh, only the rear doors have opened. Okay, strange. But we are now here for a fourth time at Berwick-upon-Tweed. In the hope that now I have fixed every single problem that Trainson wants to throw at me. And in this theory and relative theory at Jared as well.
We can only hope.
Yes, so we've discovered the root cause of what's going on. Do you know what? Do you know what? It's so annoying to explain. Right, so we've discovered the root, the root cause of what's going on. So, essentially, I'm just going to keep it as minimal as possible. We went to Dunbar. Well, we didn't actually get to Dunbar. We went outside Dunbar. Well, in fact, we didn't even get close to Dunbar. We got to a signal relatively near Dunbar. How about that? And basically, once we got to relatively near Dunbar, we derailed the first time. And that, at first, weren't we, Joe? We were just like, okay, right, we'll try again. Try again tomorrow, which is now today. So
Yep.
we tried again. I tried earlier today, derailed again, tried to stop at the signal the third time to investigate what was going on, when all along it was just a stupid AI train which didn't bother to move. Well, I say that, that's what I think has happened.
We're going to go along with this. This is what we've managed to deduce.
Yes, I want to thank Jared for his ongoing patience, because we've been having a look at this for the best part of an hour and a bit now, trying to work out the root cause of this problem, just so we can actually get to Edinburgh. Now normally we could probably get to Edinburgh and not call it Dunbar, but where's the realism in that when the service calls it Dunbar?
Deep breaths.
Deep breaths. We've got a 20 or so minute journey to Dunbar now. Doors are going to close any minute, and we're going to hope that we can get into Dunbar without any problem whatsoever. I'm going to double check on that train. We are following a Voyager which did also contribute towards the problem, but as far as I'm aware, yeah, it's well on the move now, so we're not going to have a problem now. Right, I'm going to say this one last time, and hopefully for the last time for this entire recording. Can you see the stream, Jared?
Yes.
Good, right. That's all good. So you can pretend you've never seen any of this before.
Yes, this is all brand spanking new to me. I'm in total amazement of, wow, it's amazing. Doesn't it look so clean and shiny? And wow, the sounds, it's like I haven't heard it 1,000 times already. It's incredible.
Wow,
Can you
trains.
Yes, trains. Oh my god. Can you sense the enthusiasm in my voice? That it hasn't been totally drained and I'm running on empty.
I think that Edinburgh King's Cross was running on empty.
It was going to be running with my fist going through it if it carried on much longer.
Well, in the end, with the click of a mouse, gone.
Nah, it would have met with my fist going through it. Would have made for much better viewing watching me trying to punch some God knows how many 1,000-ton piece of kit.
Yeah, what was the 225 set? Just for the record, by the way.
I'll come worse off, but it'll be fun nonetheless.
Right, off we go.
I can't tell you the amount of beers I've gone through this evening.
Are you drunk?
No, I'm just knocking back the beverages. I'm just going out of style.
Right, well, we've now departed Berwick-upon-Tweed for hopefully the final time. Actually,
Yes,
it says... Oh, hang on, look on that. It says 7:41 on the ETA.
This is promising.
Right, that's a really good start because it's never done that before. It's always said a stupid time, like fucking... Excuse my language, I'm just very frustrated and tired. But, like, okay, like, bloody 23:55. I know I swore there, but I'm sorry, but with the frustration that Just Trains has caused me, well, that and also Train Simulator has caused me tonight, I feel like I'm entitled to say at least one swear word.
Yes, this is one of those PG-13 things where you're allowed to drop at least one F-bomb.
Yeah, I'm not going to drop any more bombs.
Yeah, that was the singular F-bomb that was dropped. Parental guidance is advised.
Hello, and welcome aboard this LNER Azuma Wait Wrong train.
He's done it again, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, well, they didn't see it the first time, so...
Oh, I see. So what you're doing here, you're being clever. You're doing the mistakes again, but then acting them out as if they're completely intentional. I see what's going on.
Exactly. The main bit of this is, at least we passed the HSTs whilst on the way to Berwick. That was fairly good. Are you there, Jared? You think you disappeared, have you? Yep. Or might have ended, hang on. Just bear with me a second. I think the call might have dropped. Oh no. Yeah. What was that? Yeah, okay. Okay, so not too sure where Jared's gone. I think it's gone all quiet a second. Hang on 1 second. Sorry if you heard me talking to someone then. Right, let's carry on. Right, 2 seconds. going to pause a second, guys. So I get Jared back. I see it freeze a second, so I do apologise. There we go. Hello, not sure what happened there.
No, I've no idea either. It just seemed to have wanted to vamoose.
Yeah. I need a bit of a favour from you. Just to let your viewers know as well. The person I was talking to there was my sister, and because it's quite late, we're filming at the moment, she's just asked me to keep it down a little bit 'cause she's gone to sleep. So if I'm relatively quiet, I may ask if Jared, if it's alright, if you can help out pointing out how we're doing in some bits, just in case, because you'll probably be able to be a bit speak up a bit more than I can right now.
Yeah, well, it'll get to the stage where I'm going to have to limit the old noise.
Yeah.
It's 20 past 11, and the familia will be wanting to kip at some stage. There's going to be a point where I may have to keep the old sound down.
That's alright. Well, let us know when we get to that. Let us know when we get to that point.
Yes, I shall.
Ideal.
Slight issue is when it comes to me wanting to do little updates on the journey, I'm still running at least 15-20 seconds behind what the movie is going to be doing, so it's going to be ever so slightly problematic.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Good lord. At least we're going past somewhere scenic. I'll take that much.
What's that, sorry?
So at least we're going past somewhere scenic. I'll take that much.
Yeah, definitely. There's a bus. Oh, very nice.
Oh yes, I remember these buses.
Absolutely.
I have fond memories of seeing that bus going over that bridge.
I think we've seen plenty of them.
It's like I've seen it before.
I wonder where.
Oh, what? I do wonder.
Yes, viewers, if you'll start to wonder, why didn't we lost the plot?
Haven't we already done that?
Oh, no, I don't think I had the plot to lose in the first place, to be fair.
Yeah, I agree. Same here.
I think my plot basically got up and walked the minute this note thing came to be.
Okay, I've just reached an 80 mile per hour speed limit over here.
Oh dear. Right. There we go. Move things over, and we're back. We're back in the room.
But back in business.
Yes, we are. We're back in the driving seat.
Good. This better go right, else, it's going to be something to look forward to if this goes right, because I'm sick of seeing the same route.
I think we can, like I said, say I'm joining that particular club.
Yes, I agree.
That was a yawn.
A yawn and that was.
It was indeed. I think I consumed half the world's oxygen in that single urine.
Right, we should be passing a 225 set shortly. Again.
It's a good thing about the 225s.
Definitely. Actually, no, I don't think we passed it just yet. I think it's shortly, but not just yet.
Oh, you're getting my hopes up.
Sorry.
Unacceptable.
You've seen it enough times anyway.
Yeah. True that. Musical ones.
Trains and journeys will never be this late again.
Well, to be fair, it wouldn't have been this late had it not been the AI doing the old okey cokey.
Yeah, exactly. I blame technology.
Yes.
The more interesting thing about this as well is that you can actually see that how early you actually are. We can actually keep tabs on it now.
Yes, whereas previously it was we were running what, 3 hours late?
Yeah, it was about an hour and a bit. No, it was about half an hour late at one point because it was 8:14. That was the last. That was the last bit I could see. But then it changed now to more updated time. Okay, this is the point where we passed the 225 set. She should see that one pop up, but Jared will probably see it about 15 to 20 seconds later.
Yep. You're just going through the bit where you're currently speeding.
Yeah, as you do.
Oh yeah, a bit of speeding there never hurt anybody. Still haven't seen the 225 yet.
There it is.
It's eluding me. Oh, here it is. That does sound good.
I agree. I'll be so proud if we make it to Edinburgh.
Oh, there will be silent cheers from this end. I can assure you.
Absolutely.
Through the small little forest into the gorge.
Indeed. Like I say, I do apologise for those who may not sort of hear me that well. That's just because, like I said, I've got to keep the noise down a little bit and keep my voice a bit lower, so you may not hear me as well, but you can certainly still hear Jared to an extent. You probably hear him better than you can hear me anyway. So,
well, what you're trying to insinuate there is I have a loud, booming voice.
yes, that is what I am getting at there. Voyager.
First main radio show.
Yeah, we're just past the Voyager, you should see that in a minute.
Yes, it's going past now. Ba-dum, 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 ba-dum.
Right, so we should have a change in the scenario shortly, but the other Voyager then passes us.
Well, we'll find out when we approach Dunbar if we're going to be greeted by some dual yellow lighting to start signalling that we're going to be approaching a red.
Indeed.
If we get to that point, I'm going to cry.
I'm going to go to bed.
To be fair, I'm not going to be a million miles behind you.
Yeah, I agree. Going to be both of us going to bed. To be fair, I'm shattered. I've had a long day's work, and even though I've been at home, but you know.
Yeah, I've actually got to commute.
Yes. God, could you imagine James being in one of these videos? He would have probably ranted on by now.
I think he would have. I think he would have filled the airwaves at this stage of proceedings.
I'm going to have to try and get him on the video at one point.
Oh, I'd pay good money to see that.
I'm sure he'll do it.
I think he would. I think he'd have great fun doing this.
Especially if it was Liverpool related.
Yeah, well, you can do the Liverpool to Manchester route.
Yeah, true.
Oh, don't speed.
Oh, bloody hell, I've got you
Oh,
watching.
he's speeding. That's it. You know, speed limit 70 and he's there. Oh, he's put it down. There you go. Ooh, that speed's creeping up again. Ooh, just.
Indeed, just.
So we're currently running early.
Indeed.
The HUD is so small to what I'm looking at, so I'm really having to study it just to see the timings.
The speed
more than anything
seems
else.
to be creeping up quite a lot, but you know.
Oh, you're speeding again. Oh, this is sloppy. I really find it weird that you drop the notch to 0.
I
It
know.
just cuts out all the noise.
Well, the 91's still making noise. So, I'd imagine,
Well, it makes noise outside, but I can't hear anything inside the cab.
yeah, it is.
There's the bus.
Big red bus.
It must be the A1, surely.
Probably. I'd imagine so.
You've got your four speed changes all within. That'd be about a mile. Okay, that 85 limit is really pointless because it suddenly jumps straight back up to a 90 again.
I know, it's really weird.
That you're basically limited. To, you're bringing down the speed by 5 miles an hour to cross that bridge, only to then open up the taps again.
It's a very strange world. Oh, another Voyager.
And there's a coastline.
You should see another Voyager.
Here comes the Voyager. Yep, under the bridge.
Right, well, that's a positive because that means it worked.
Now 125. You can give it the beans.
It's Jared's famous saying there.
It is needed. I'm going to get it copyrighted and put onto a t-shirt.
Got a plan set out in motion there.
Oh yeah. You know, I've got a full idea of merchandise I can possibly use. No one will buy it, but I'd still have it just so I can buy it myself and display my own stuff.
You'd be surprised. I reckon people
Yeah,
would.
I've got a little poll put up saying who would be willing to buy it and wear the stuff.
You know what I'd buy? I'd buy a Jared Webb soundboard with all your famous sayings on it.
Oh, I could spend a good morning sat in front of a sound recorder just rattling off all my little go-to sayings. Apart from the only I've got, but a fair few, I can assure you.
That's cool. Right, the moment of truth is coming up now.
Yep, there's that yard again. That same bloody crane.
Just over a minute early. Not bad.
Very nice. Ah, and it's flashing. That's good. That means the junction's been set.
Okay. Well, I say this with a lot of happiness. We are now approaching Dunbar. And yeah, there's another flashing amber there.
Thumbs up from my end.
Oh, it's an amber light. It's an amber light. Thank God for that.
You know what would be the real kicker? You get into Dunbar, you put into the platform, and the light at the end of the platform is red, and it just stays at red.
Please don't. Couldn't imagine a world like that.
Oh, I can. I've experienced it often enough.
Interesting. Right, let's cross over and hope for the best.
Someone cue some dramatic music.
Oh my God, we did it.
I can actually sense the relief in your voice.
Oh my God. Yeah, okay, right. Let's get back to normal now. Now approaching Dunbar.
There we go, finally into the platform. Such a unique station.
It really is. I like it.
Quick stop.
Indeed. Well, we finally made it to Dunbar. Oh my god.
I never thought I'd see the day.
Me neither. We still
Oh my
got-
god, and the sun's going full on eclipse on us.
Indeed, unlike last time. Okay then. Mark 4's having a moment again.
It's just letting the world know how it feels.
I'd imagine rather relieved. I'll be rather relieved. It's having to go back and forth from Berwick. Are you ready to depart, Jared?
Hey, I was born ready. I have never been more ready for anything in my life.
So, there we go, departed Dunbar at last.
Huzzah!
Gonna cross back over in just a second onto the correct track. And our final station will be Edinburgh. How do you feel now then, Jared? A bit better?
I feel a massive sense of relief just flowing through me at this stage.
Yes, agreed. Well, the interesting thing is now we get to pass through some stations on the way to Edinburgh. I should just clarify what they are now. So they will be... First one is Longniddry. So what Longniddry, Prestonpans, no, Trim, Longniddry, Prestonpans, Watford, Musselburgh, and then Edinburgh. Fair few.
So you would be the man in the know.
Well, I wish. I just read it off real-time trains. Like to say I was in the know, but I don't think I am. But you know.
Charging back into the countryside.
Indeed, indeed.
of wobble going off in the cab there. Hopefully the driver isn't getting some sort of motion sickness.
I'm sure he's fine. Let's ask him, shall we?
Let's return to Jim, how are you feeling, sir? Oh, not too good, I'll tell you what.
How you feeling, mate?
Bloody nauseous.
Take a look at him, Jared. There you go.
Let's have a look at this guy. His name's Jim. You know, he's a bit pale. He has a bit of colour in his cheeks. He's got it.
There. Just going to go into cruise control for a bit.
Put your feet up, have a cup of coffee, and you'll be well away.
Oh yes,
Yeah, the
indeed.
train just drive itself. I wonder how many bridges we actually pass under on this route.
Do you mean...
Feels like hundreds.
Do you mean bridges as a whole? Or do you mean the amount of times we've had to repeat it and the amount of times we've seen every bridge? Do you count them as well?
Well, we may as well. I just love how this track just weaves through the countryside.
Did a car just try and...
There's very few straight areas.
Did you just see that? Look at that level crossing that we just go past.
Did that police car just try and have a head on with you?
It did.
Well, that's two on this route that we now have that have been a bit suspicious. You've had the police car try it, and then previously you had that bloke on the other end who had his nose chopped off.
Yes, indeed. Very strange, isn't it?
Yes, it's most peculiar.
Just a bit of lag happened there.
It's probably trying to load in some textures.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It's done it now anyway. It's loaded. It's loaded it up.
Yeah, I think you get it with most games that are trying to load in a certain wall distance. That's what it is. The taps have been opened and we're giving it a bootful.
Indeed, we're going to slow down to a 115 mile per hour limit in just a second, but after that, then yes.
Well, to be fair, still 115, you're still going a fair old lick.
Yeah, definitely. We're now going to pass through Drem. It's our first station.
Well, seeing how my pronunciations go on the Scottish front, I think I may leave that one to you.
lots of them.
Must be the national company around here because it's is it red and cream.
The Red and Cream Bus Company, I like it. Well,
Just you know, I could create a bus company called the Custard Cream.
the Busted Cream.
Oh yes, I like that. An eye out for dodgy level crossings again.
Oh, there'll be plenty of that, I'm sure.
Just has trees lining the tree.
Indeed, right, we're now going to pass through Longleytree, the second station. And the next station we pass through is Prestonpans, which is my favourite station on this route.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's the one I would recommend to you as well. I think a lot of people would.
Right, okay, I'll remember that.
You'll see why in a minute. What I'll do is I'll go on to free roam camera when we get to the station, and then I'll show you the view you can get, because it's quite realistic
Right, okay.
when we get there.
That level crossing was playing ball.
Yes, indeed. Thank God. Thank God for that. Another
Cool,
bus.
we had two cars going on there, so all we needed a lorry and a bus, and put the whole set.
Watch what happens after this laggy bit. The bus just pops up. Oh yeah, also we're about to pass Prestonpans, so here's where I show Jared the bit that I think he'll like.
No, buses just appear out of nowhere. Random bus spawns in. It's a ghost.
Indeed. So that's Prestonpans right there. What did you think? Got any thoughts on it?
I like how it captures the curve.
Yeah.
The train
Oh, and here's
behind the trees.
here's Musselburgh just passing through. I think it is somewhere.
I have to give that searching look, see if I go.
Sorry, not Musselburgh, Wallingford. Wallingford, we just passed through.
Wallingford, full of wallies.
Maybe.
Buduntish.
Buduntish.
It's very reassuring every now and again just to bing, just to keep people alert.
Indeed, indeed.
We
Here's
need a bing in our lives.
We're gonna breathe a massive sigh of relief as soon as we get into Edinburgh. Hopefully we do.
It's gonna be joyous.
Absolutely.
I just have these little hamlets we're passing through.
I know. So many of them.
So it's a very, very well put together route. Very, very well put together.
I agree. Here's Musselburgh. We're only about 4 miles outside of Edinburgh now.
We've made very, very good time.
I agree, we have.
There's another bridge. I should have started counting these from the very start.
It's about saying there's counting sheep when there's a thunderstorm.
I was going to say, you count bridges. I'm going to start singing when we sleep.
Passing another 225 set shortly, which is from Glasgow Central to King's Cross.
I shall wait for the traditional sound of the 91 going along the rear.
Indeed, it'll probably be going along rather slowly because it's just about to leave Edinburgh.
Must be Craig and Tiddy Depot, I imagine.
We're about to come up to it, I think. Yeah, we might have just passed it. I think we're about to come up to it. I think we might have just passed it though. I'm not too sure.
Well, from where I'm seeing it on this stream, we've just passed it.
Oh, okay, yeah, we have then. can imagine we can probably run fairly slowly into Edinburgh because we're running early.
You have a gentle glide in.
Exactly.
You don't want to do you don't want to do a Morpeth here.
Oh no, not exact. Yeah. Don't want to do Morpeth here, and I don't want any Dunbars to happen.
Yeah, that could be entertaining.
Okay, shortly arriving into Edinburgh Waverley.
Let's see how they do remodelling this station.
Just past the Glasgow King's Cross in the tunnel.
I haven't even got past the train yet. I haven't even seen it.
Yeah, no, we went.
I haven't gone to the tunnel yet.
Yeah, we went into it and we passed it in the tunnel. Into platform 8 we go here.
Well, it looks good so far.
And we've just arrived on my bit, so you should see that shortly.
Yep, I've just pulled into the platform, so we're slowly moving up. Passengers standing well too close to the line.
And of course, the train being the train, it's not opening the doors.
Well, of course. At what stage did you ever think it was going to work?
We'll reverse a little bit.
Protocol.
Doors not opening.
I don't know why the won't open. You're perfectly in.
I'll reverse back a bit more. We'll get it open.
Just attack them with a crowbar, that'll open them.
Bloody announcements.
May I have your attention, please? Please do not leave cases or parcels unattended anywhere on the station. Any unattended articles are likely to be removed without warning.
Bing, bing.
There, we got them open at last.
Just some gentle persuasion, that's all you needed.
The train now approaching platform 3 is the 12.
Only the rear doors, but there we go, it's open.
This train is the service from Newcastle.
Well, welcome to Edinburgh, Jared.
Yep, welcome to Edinburgh Waverley. And, well, a very good job they've done with it, it must be said.
Indeed. We've got a few little visitors over here. I'll show you them. Here they are.
We've only just opened the doors on my one, so I've got
You'll
where to go yet.
You'll see them in just a second.
May I have your attention, please? Please do not leave cases or parcels unattended anywhere on the station. Any unattended articles are likely to be removed without warning.
There is also a Voyager over here somewhere as well. But I don't know where it is.
As it stands, you're just going ghost mode through the entire station.
Indeed.
Yeah, it's got real turbo stars.
158.
Indeed. That's that all done then. So I'm going to say very quietly, thanks for watching this video from Newcastle to Edinburgh. Finally did it after 3 days. 2 days even. Well, it's been a good run. If you have liked what you've seen, do like and subscribe. And do leave any comments because we'll get back to them as when I can. Hope you've enjoyed it, Jared.
Yes, I think all things considered, it's been jolly good fun.
Indeed. And next time hopefully should be less problematic.
Yeah, see, now we've jinxed ourselves.
Definitely. So the next video of Trains and Journeys from me is Bristol Temple Meads to London Paddington. And then we'll see where we go from there. So thanks for watching. And from me and Jared, finally, after reaching Edinburgh, thank you for watching. Goodbye from me and goodbye from Jared.
Goodbye all. Take care.